Well, the bins are getting emptier. Be nice to have another bin like that full. But it's the way it goes. So my dad's actually got a pivot that's down today. He figured out there was a gearbox on tower number 1 out. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna swap it out and put a new UMC gearbox in it. This will actually be one of the fields we replanted on, I think it was around June 15th. And like the same time that first field, for those of you who've been watching that, that field that I was replanting and that I kind of went through, this one was actually planted a day later after that. But the difference with this one is that it had a pivot on it, able to get a faster start, and it's actually tasseling right now. So silks are still white, but let's get out in there and see what's going on. So with this one, I get my phone. So usually I diagnose them. This is my dad's pivot. He was the one out there visually looking at it to see what was wrong. But where I don't know exactly what it looks like, I'll be kind of guessing what kind of tools I'll need to take out there, but usually I can get it close. Impact's the biggest thing. Jack. We'll see what we need here. Just take a range of sockets. You can smell the fresh pollination. Just kind of wish it was a little earlier in the season, like July instead of August. Oh well. Almost feel like I'm trespassing. This is actually a kind of a recent acquisition of a different field, so I've never really been to this center point. Some of you might cringe, but I'm going to run over some corn. Luckily it's only one tower, so I'm not going to run over very much. I mean, if you build it, he'll come, right? That's kind of what I feel like here. Nope, yep. Broken U-joint. Well, looks like they tried replacing. He said something about he tried replacing the U-joint because it broke the inside one, but then it broke the outside one. Which usually, like I was saying in the last video, that's a good sign that your gearbox is locked up. So let's get this bad boy off. Deal with that later. Gotta love old handyman. Get a little dirt on him. Okay, we found a spot to get jacked. Now I'll take this wheel off and tire. And then luckily, this is kind of a little bit later model pivot that it's got the groove that we can put it loosely in and just take these bolts off the back side and go from there. Maybe 7/8. That feels better. Since it's a smaller tire, I think I'll just let it down. I might have forgot my 3/4, guys. Since I forgot my 3/4 inch impact, see if I can't bust them loose with these and go from there. This is kind of like how we used to do it in the old days. Okay, I'm just hoping I can get in there like my wrench. These are always the things that I'm always try to remember from the end of the road. Like, can I do that? Just want to loosen it just enough to make it easier to slide in and out of there. Oop, I got it. It's loose, just a little bit looser. He might swing when I get him all the way out, I'm not sure. Hopefully my hat bell wasn't blocking it. He's out. I'm just gonna take his bolt out. Now I'll get the other one. All right, kind of got it dirty and a little pollen on her. So today we're going back. This is a gearbox for a center pivot. We're going back with the UMC 740 gearbox. Kind of the reason why is they have them that fit about any pivot and every pivot we got, and also they got one of the best warranties out there. So we're gonna stick this bad boy on and hope for many years to come. We're gonna take that bolt we just took out. Okay, this is a universal mount. If you can see, there's kind of numerous holes, threaded holes for whatever mount you may have. So like I said, they fit about everyone in the industry for different kinds of pivots. So I just kind of slid it in there, and now I'm going to see if I got bolt holes. Oh yeah, that was the hole I needed to be in. So we're good. So now I'm going to get the rest of them. Actually, I might snug that up a little bit more and line the rest of them up. Now the torque spec rating for these guys is 120 to 130 foot-pounds. So just so you know, this bolt takes a 3/4 inch. For those of you wanting to remember to bring the right impact socket. There's another thing you might notice. There's 2 output shafts on these gearboxes, which also makes them universal. As you can see, that one was kind of set up from the factory to go this way, but since they know you would hate to have to buy left and right gearboxes, they give you output shafts that you just tap out, and then it gives you a bolt hole here. So in the spirit of using one tool. Now, like always, we're going to check the oil level here after we're done, or maybe I'll do it now since it's right here. They come pre-filled, but it never hurts to check. Just takes a total about 1 minute probably. Oh yeah. Sorry if my GoPro, the stabilization sometimes makes goofy camera angles. Okay, since we already got a sweet 6 coupler from UMC on that side, we're gonna match it up over here since this is on this side. It's job, it just wasn't rated to go against a locked up gearbox. This is kind of interesting. It like went through the shield, which I get the shields, but sometimes they cause a pain in the butt, in my opinion. These old ones are usually 7/16. There you are. So on these old guys, before I take them off, there's two ways you can kind of remove them. And if the first way doesn't work, where you just try to loosen them regularly, like lefty loosey. Here, let me sit back over here. Let's see if he works. See, I'm gonna go against the grain and just break them out, because they're just light duty bolts. See how easy that is, especially with today's torquey little impact guns. Everything's a hammer too, folks. Okay, before I fix everything, I'm gonna line this guy back up. Okay, throw these guys away. Sorry, I got a corn leaf. No guys, these are really helpful for especially this type of stuff when you gotta replace it quick and you're in the field. A lot of those smaller bolts are easily lost, where these use nothing but probably 3/8 bolts, but they use a 9/16 wrench or impact. So when you're in the field, you tend to lose them a little less than the smaller ones. Plus, it's all there, ready to go. Usually the other ones, like we just took off, they come in little bags, and when you break that out, things tend to scatter. Slide them in like that. See how he sits right in there? He just sits in there like groove. Because these are universal. These will fit any shaft size that's out there. I think that's all the further that guy's gonna go. Okay, now I just got to take the lug nuts off and slide this tire back on. So one thing to note, the only thing that's not really universal about these gearboxes is this is meant for a Valley pivot, because Valley puts a longer output shaft, right? Sorry, I'm flipping you guys off. Puts a longer output shaft, so there is a difference. So when you're ordering these, make sure you kind of know if you're going on a Valley or a Ranke-Easomatic, what have you, because they are different right here. This is the difference right there. I'm gonna move the jack up just here. When you guys want to do that, rotate the tire just a little bit. A little more rotation. There we go. Now we just gotta let the jack down, load this guy up, then we're outies. And voila, folks, you got yourself a new gearbox, and this guy should be ready to rock and roll. And it didn't take too long. Let's get this out of here. One thing before I leave, I don't know if you can notice that tire is an old recap. See that groove? That's actually an old semi-truck tire that's been recapped with like a tread. So if you're wondering why it kind of looks funky, it's because that's what it is. It's just kind of wearing out and the sides are fraying out a little bit more. So sometimes they'll last forever, sometimes they may not last another turn, but that one should last quite a while. Those beans don't look half bad. Put my seatbelt on. So yeah, that'll do that. Just look for a UMC dealer near you for any gearboxes or center drive U-joint needs that you might have. If you're not exactly sure where a dealer might be, just there's a link below. You can take you to UMC's website and you'll be able to look it up there. So hey guys, thanks for playing along, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.